Welcome to the Dog and Gus Show, now on Whitewater Rocks Radio.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got our
Nailed it.
You did nail it. You did, yeah. Is that why do we say Whitewater Rocks again?
Because our podcast comes up after our 90s show on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was a little something. What do we got going on today?
We're going to talk to a couple of guys that have been stalking us for a while.
They're stalkers.
Yeah.
They're out of the cold basement.
Yeah. There.
Jack's out in the cold weather.
I'm in my cold basement.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Currently.
And a couple of lads from Sonder here with us.
Gentlemen,
how you doing, boys?
How are you doing?
What's up?
Good,
We're
good.
doing good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Good. We've been looking forward to this for a while now.
Nice. I love the thank you for the support, and of course we love your band, so it's great to have you.
Yeah, you guys. You've heard the album. You're
Yes,
a couple
we gave it.
of
I gave it a few listens.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay, good. That's a good sign.
I like it. It's like I'm down with metal, so I like and it's progressive metal, but it's like I don't know, I liked it a lot. It was kind of raw. It had a lot of great groove too. Like I don't know.
Yep, I did like it a lot.
Yeah.
And where is it in my notes here?
Sonder.
No, not that. But they had a band called Nessie before that, and I liked that album too, boys. I actually listened to that one today.
Did you listen to that too?
I did.
Oh boy, how'd you find that?
Nessie. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And that's my first question. What prompted the move from the Nessie sound, to the Sonder sound? What prompted that, boys?
Well, I guess it would start in 2015 when we all met at the music industry arts program at Algonquin. All five of us took it, and we started jamming. Me, Jack, and Vince first, and we just kind of started making some like groovy rock music. We made a song or two, got like a music video going and everything for it. We needed a name. And we couldn't come up with anything, so I was scrolling through one of our classes one day while I should have been paying attention, and I found my favorite Mastodon song is called "Old Nessie," and I just suggested to the guys. We were like getting desperate for a name at that point because we had like a music video ready to go, and I was just like, "How about Nessie?" And they were like, "Okay," so we went for that. So it kind of. We went on that for a while, and then, I don't know, it's just kind of like, after that album came out, and we started working on this stuff, it was like, we just wanted to get away from the, fun college band type of vibe to a more serious tone change, music change, and we came up with Sonder. And we also have absolutely nothing to do with the Loch Ness Monster, and it's a bit corny, and Nessie ran its course. It was good. We had a lot of friends. Why did you change the name? Love Nessie. And I was like, okay, well, I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun college thing, and we made an EP as well, which hopefully I'm surprised you found the album that we released as Nessie. Fingers crossed you don't find the EP we made as Nessie before the album came out back in 2015.
Challenge accepted.
He's good at this, so you better watch out.
I think I still have a CD of it somewhere. I'm sure Jack does too. It's fun. It's
I
fun to
think
listen
there's
to.
a busted one in my car somewhere. But yeah, that was a super DIY. It was really our first time recording anything. Each of us individually even. So it was pretty rough sounding, but I mean, it kind of is the essence of how we began. It was very rocky, kind of funky stuff. I mean, it was a hell of a lot of fun. That was, for me, I really only started playing music when I met these guys. I had an acoustic guitar and I'd attempt to sing and whatnot on my own when I was younger. But I'm the bass player for these guys, so we had another guitar player at the time, and Vince is like very strictly a guitar player for like he wanted to be lead guitar, so that left me with like, oh shit, I guess we need a bass player. And that's when I started learning, and absolutely fell in love with it, and these guys, like we're super close and have been for 10 years now almost.
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, it might
it's
be
crazy,
also like
how quick
a
Jack
maturing.
picked up the bass.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like, but I think that as a guitarist, usually you can slide into the bass. Like if you know how to play guitar. I mean, I'm just assuming that. I do play a little guitar, but I don't think I'd slide into the bass. Would you agree, Jack, or do you? What do you think?
Honestly, I learned how to play out of sheer will. My dad
Pressure.
was actually he plays bass a little bit. He had like a cover band with some of his buddies when I was growing up, and that was kind of my first exposure to really all instruments. And bass was one that I just never touched until it was required, and I'm certainly glad it happened because I absolutely love playing the bass and trying to learn all, like it's just an endless pit of technique, and I just love it so much.
That's cool.
Yeah. Slap at the bass. I had to say it. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Yes,
Man.
sir.
I had to say it. Now we're talking about, you kind of touched on it a little bit, Jack. Influences. So your dad played in the band and they did covers, did they?
Yeah.
Or they had original stuff? The covers?
They might have had some originals, if I can remember. Their band was called Muck. It's a great name, just M-U-K with a umgrav or whatever on the U. They might have had a couple silly originals, but it was mostly like classic rock and stuff like that. Yeah, and that was my first exposure to at least seeing live music, and I kind of always had like a studio around essentially when I was growing up, so that was like really huge.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And Sean?
I'm wearing it on my head, on my feet. Mask back there, Slipknot all the way. Got me into drums, got me into taking music seriously back in grade 4. The first time I saw my buddy in the computer lab in grade 4 showed me a video of Slipknot, a live Slipknot video, and I was just like mesmerized. I was like, that's what I'm gonna do forever, or something close to it, you know.
Yeah.
But even before that, like I have an older sister. She was into. I'm from a town like 10 minutes away from Napanee, where Avril Lavigne is from, and she was blowing up when I was a kid. So my older sister always was listening to Avril and like Sum 41 and Billy Talent, 3 Days Grace. Those were the early ones, and then once I found Slipknot, I got into like Iron Maiden and Tool, and I don't know, everything.
Cool.
Gojira,
Yeah, no,
Mastodon, all lots of metal.
Yeah.
Lots of metal.
Do you find like I'm a metal guy too, and it's I've said this on the show many times, but I agree with it all wholeheartly that the best drummers in the world are metal drummers.
He has said that.
They're the best. To keep it that fast and keep your timing, like go. I find that must be challenging.
Yeah, especially when you get into the odd time signatures and everything. There's some crazy guys out there that just blow my mind, and you know, I think they're up there for sure. Some of the best, definitely.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Well, Slipknot's drummer is considered one of the best of all time.
Yeah,
so.
Joey, that's my boy, for
Joey
sure.
Jordison.
Yeah.
Although he passed away in 2021.
He did, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just replaced their newer drummer Jay. So it's kind of we got a mystery man right now. We'll see.
Oh.
Their first show back with their new drummer is actually the same day as our album release show, 27th.
And when is that?
Our album comes out on the 26th, and we're playing it front to back the next day on the 27th.
Where?
At Live on Elgin in Ottawa.
Yeah, we'll be probably bringing that up again at the end of the show. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I had to do that segue. You see that?
Yeah.
Well, right.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's like you know what you're doing.
Sort of.
Yeah. Where do you guys see yourselves in musically in the next 5 years?
I think I mean, because we all used to all live together in Ottawa. Like we went to we did the same program, and there was, geez, 3 or 4 glory years where we were living in the same house, same apartment complex, and we were playing music every single day in that apart. Like I have no idea how we didn't get our doors broken down, because like just
crazy.
hours and hours every day we were playing in that basement. And it's harder now. I live in Bradford, it's just north of Toronto. So we only get a chance to get together every, once or twice every month or so. So, I mean, with the album that's coming out, we've been playing these songs for close to 2 years now. So when we do get together, it's pretty fun to, like, we're all kind of practicing on our own, then we get in that room together and just make it work through sheer will and familiarity at this point. But yeah, in the years to come, we're not sure. We're working on new music. We've got some demos going on. The thing with this album is that like I said, it's been 2 years in the making. So we're and it's a big concept album. Like I wrote an entire story, like 15,000 word, trying to literally write a short novel. And I tore my hair out for 2 years trying to do that. And so it's all the music is wrapped into like a pretty structured story, and each song is like a chapter essentially. And that was fun, but I think we're pretty much done with doing crazy concept albums because it took so much brain power to make it all work together.
I don't want to put Jack through that again.
But
maybe
so,
not
yeah,
a storybook.
Yeah, we're thinking to do like some shorter EPs and stuff like that, just to keep pumping out music and not letting it get stale.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Jack said 2 years. We started writing some of these songs like before we released the Nessie album in 2018.
Yeah,
so there was some bones being built before we even released that Nessie album in 2018. So we've been going on. It was a long process. We did live together and work on it every day, pretty much for some time there. And going forward, definitely don't want to spend like 5 years on another album. So
yeah, we need
EPs might be the way to go for sure. But we all like those conceptual albums, the Mastodon concept albums, all those Opeth albums and stuff. So we do like a good story and some themes. So even if we do EPs, there might be some overall theme or not. We might just take it easy from now on and just have some fun.
Just singles with ridiculous names or something. Keep it simple.
Muck.
Muck.
Yeah. Muck. Jack, do you do all the like with the vocals? Like, do you do I mean, obviously Evan does some too, but do you do lead and then you also write all the songs?
No, it's pretty collaborative. I wrote a good chunk of the songs lyrically, and Evan also wrote four songs or so, the lyrics. And then when it comes to do it, like making melodies and stuff, Evan's just a wizard. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him and his band, The Aphelion, but he's just like an insane singer. And for a long time, it's being a vocalist with him, I had to get over a lot of like intimidation, because this guy he can sing opera, he can scream in any manner that is imaginable, just incredible breath control. And I'm more of I kind of yell as hard as I can, and and hopefully stay in key. So playing with him has really, I think, forced me to get more confident and more efficient on stage. So yeah, singing wise, it's pretty open to interpretation for whoever's writing, and even like as far as ideas go and stuff, like everyone pitches in their thoughts on harmony or where a melody should go. So I think we're good in that sense, how we can collaborate all of our ideas into one thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna add on that. Like, yeah, it was a very Evan and Jack handled the lyrics big time, but yeah, as far as the music went, we were playing every day in that house, and yeah, it was very collaborative, and it was good. Yeah, everybody chipped in, and it's a pretty special album. You can kind of hear everybody's influence on it too, musically and creatively. It's pretty cool. It's just a big melting pot of 5 guys' influences and
yeah, but it seems
expertise.
Like you guys, I mean, being friends, it seems like you have like a really good rapport, like which goes a long way in many things, but also I would suspect there's going to be some difference of opinion on certain things, but that's normal. But it seems like you guys actually care about each other, so that's like number one, and then you could put together the product, right? So
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys hate each other, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough show at the live on Elgin. They're going to tear each other apart.
Yeah, it'll be so.
You're like watching Oasis, but they're not brothers.
Yeah, exactly. Less cocaine.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, guys, why not? Why live on Elgin, and why not at the at Algonquin at the what's that called there at Algonquin?
At the Commons Theater.
The Commons Theater.
Commons Theater, yeah.
Oh, that's a little big. Could barely,
alumni. Use the alumni card.
Seriously, yeah. Take everybody from your class and bring them. How many people were in that class? 5?
Yeah.
I think
there was a big class actually.
Yeah.
It was
like 100 or something to start. And but as they told us in the beginning of the course, the numbers would dwindle after. But yeah. I don't know. We didn't want to overshoot our shot with a bigger venue. We would just prefer to fill a smaller one.
Makes sense.
And Elgin's still like
solid.
Maybe
solid place.
100, maybe 100.
But it's still a great venue too. Great venue.
Yeah, we like it a lot.
I was there last night.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just down the street.
Yeah, you like to. Nobody else was there. He just showed up.
I just showed up and sat down, and they, what the hell are you doing in here?
I just they're a great venue because they got stuff going
closed.
On. They got stuff going on all the time. All the time they're doing stuff there, and we don't play there often either. Like we play the Cuff, we play Dominion, we play Mavericks really often. So I think for us it came between Targ and Elgin, and the date just lined up with Elgin better, so we went with that. Targ's a really cool venue as well. We interviewed one of the guys from Targ a while back.
Yeah, we Yogi, yeah. Yogi was the guy we interviewed.
Nice. Played there a couple times. It's always a good time.
It's a cool spot.
Yep.
Cool spot.
Lots to do in between sets.
Yeah. Go play a little pinball.
Sean, get back on stage. No, man, I'm at a high score.
I'm busy.
That'd be rough. Yeah.
That's awesome. When you get together, obviously you were mentioning you get together twice a month based on scheduling and distance and stuff, but do you find that you kind of start out just having a few laughs and then you get into the music? Does it just flow naturally? Like it sort of gets into, I mean, obviously, like you were mentioning, Jack, familiarity is a big thing there, but I'm always interested to know, like, does it just sort of like go right into what you were working on before? Almost like a friendship, really. Like that's a good friendship. You could be apart for a month and then you get back together and it's like no time's passed,
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel with these guys on the friendship aspect and in the music playing. And that's what I think is so awesome about, like, when we get in that room, despite not having played with each other, we, I don't know, just have that feel, especially,
like riding a bike. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, Vince, Sean, and I, we've just put in a lot of hours together and know, each other's quirks and things. Like, as far as Sean was saying, he hates a click. When we first started, we, screw the click. Just, we played a Sean. And from the time we first met to now, Sean has become like so much more consistent, but like he is the click. We just kind of gel together immediately when we're in a room together.
That's cool.
I don't hate click track. I recorded the album to a click, but live, I like it to be as live can be. So like, no tracks, I don't hate people that do that. I'm not against it, but for myself, I like to, free willy a little bit.
There you go.
And I like the adrenaline. It's part of the enjoyment of the show. I don't want something to hold me back. If I'm feeling it, let's go. Let's go all 11.
Yeah, 11.
Which, there's arguments to why you should not do that.
You strike me as the type that can't sit still.
Yeah. Get a little ADD going on.
Yeah, no, I like it. Well, yes. I mean, you're a drummer that plays hard. Like, you want to. That's what you want. You want to beat the shit out of the fucking things. The skin's got to go, man.
Yeah, man. When you guys are practicing together, is there one of you guys that needs to be reeled in at some point and say, okay, let's get a little serious for the next few minutes here, boys? I'm gonna make you out somebody.
At a practice for like a show like this coming up, probably. But when like me or Vince or Jack and we all get together, it's not really necessary. We just go and Vince will start playing a riff and 10 minutes later we'll have a song. Like we're sitting on like we've been working on this album for so long, and we're like got like 10 demos right now of like new stuff, and it's like I'm excited about that too. And it's we get together and we write, and like Vince and I started on those like 2.5 years ago now, so like the new songs are becoming old at this
the new
point.
Old songs.
I'm ready to like just release this and keep going. Like we sat on this for a while. We tried shopping it around a bit. We had some high hopes for it, but obviously it's our first album, and we didn't want to wait forever, so we're getting the thing out there, and we're proud of it, and you guys like it, so that's a good sign.
Yep.
Yeah, I did like it. Yeah,
I think it's a good album, and we're releasing the song tonight. The fourth single comes out at midnight tonight. I don't know when this podcast comes out, but
it'll be after. It'll be before after. I think it's before their show, though, right?
Yeah.
No, because it'll come out next Monday.
Okay, yeah.
When your show's on Friday?
Yeah.
The album Saturday. Comes out on Friday, the 26th.
And your show is on Saturday.
That's right.
So that week, so you'll have we can do some promo work here. A
little bit.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't know. We have to figure out the dates.
Hysteria.
Dog's hamster's jogging right now.
Oh, my hamster's tired, man.
Me too.
Yeah. When you like, if you were to say like, there's a venue that stands out, like anywhere in the world, really, like, what would you like to, if you could play it, where would you like to play?
For me, the ultimate pipe dream venue is Red Rocks.
In Colorado.
Yeah. There's just been so many great shows there, and in particular, Opeth has a live video of them performing there that was transformative for me. I really love that band, and also Primus is a huge influence for me in my bass playing, and they did the show there, the South Park 25th year anniversary show. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Nope.
Where they just play all the music from South Park. It's an incredible thing to watch. Les Claypool, he's got his whammo up on stage. I know Red Rocks is definitely my pipe dream.
Nice.
Sean?
Well, we already played back in 2018. I think we played the Bradford Carrot Festival. That was a big deal for us. But other than that, probably like Rock in Rio. That's a thing. The Bradford Carrot Festival is a thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dream big is like the Bradford Carrot Festival.
Hey man.
I haven't been to Bradford. I've been to Brantford, but I haven't been to Bradford.
Well, I think it rivals Red Rocks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's Red Rocks and their Carrot fucking festival.
Yep. Yeah, if you're gonna go to Bradford, you go during Carrot Fest.
That's like
of course.
Yeah, silly me.
When is it in August? It's in August, I think.
Yeah, August long weekend, I think.
Make the rip up there and watch Jack playing. We're working on the side of the road there, and then fucking go to the
quick costume change.
That's it.
No, it's
from a carrot to.
We appreciate you taking the time when you're working right now. Go ahead, doggy.
So, Clavius, is that pronounced correctly?
Clavius.
Clavius.
Yeah.
They're opening
also,
for you.
Two of them are they're opening for our show, and a couple of them are good buddies of ours. They took music industry arts as well, so it's basically it's a big old family reunion at
nice
live on Elgin.
The Gonk.
And they took music industry arts with us as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good band. Good post rock, ambient instrumental. Very cool. It's going to be a very cool opener. They're pretty cool.
I think you guys will play well off of them. I watched one of their videos there. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. I liked it.
Nice. We have our long instrumental moments as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How do you think that translates when you're playing a live show?
We're playing the album front to back, and we've built it to pretty much flow somewhat seamlessly, one song to the next, and that's usually how we play a show as well. Jack doesn't like doing all the "How's everybody tonight?" Get closer to the stage and stuff. So we kind of just try and go from one song to the next to save the talking for the end. And I think it translates well. We've played all these songs, the instrumentals, live as well, and we just have so much energy live that there's enough to watch without vocals going on. To be that big of a deal, that there's no vocals going on,
Yeah. To avoid banter, we try and do some just interlude stuff. It's basically while the guitar guys are tuning, that Sean and I play a 5-string and don't have to tune down my E string or anything ever. I just use the neck as is, so we just kind of continue playing while the guys get their stuff in order.
That'd be cool. I love that stuff. I love interludes. Did you know that?
No.
Fucking love interludes.
Something new I just found out about you.
I actually it's when I'm at a show, I absolutely love when they go off the cuff a bit and just sort of play something random. If you remember the Guns N' Roses show, not that they're I love them. I love Slash. I think he's just such a good showman. But Slash would go on this by himself and play like The Godfather in the corner, and while the rest of the guys are taking a break, and he's just like fucking melting the minds of everybody in the band in the crowd for 8 minutes doing this shit. And I just love that stuff. I love it. And metal is well known for it too, where they kind of have those interludes.
And so it's prog. So
prog too. Yeah.
I'm a very big Tool guy, and so I like a lot of empty space with not a lot going on for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were the kings of it. They were so good at it. Yeah.
I go back further. I go King Crimson, Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
We should have Jack's dad on so you could talk.
Yeah, we could talk because we're probably around the same age.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jack and Vince especially are big King Crimson guys.
Yeah,
they're
Jack
great.
and Vince love them.
It's kind of they kind of intertwine those bands too, right? Like it's around the same time, and there's the musicianship in those bands is incredible.
Yeah.
So
so much good music.
Yeah, and we got more and more. You guys, while we're talking about this, we just did another podcast with this guy's named Patrick Webb, Crimson Ash. You guys should DM him and talk to him because you guys are like there's a lot of similarities in what you guys are talking about and who your influences are. You guys are pretty much like bang on with each other.
Oh wow!
I'll follow him right now.
Yep, Crimson Ash.
Crimson Ash, yeah, they're putting out an album as well.
May 10th.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Yeah,
and it's a concept album.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, that's extra points there.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, your last Marble Ghosts, I went and listened to him as well. We've crossed paths for sure at some point, but I've never met him. But good music. Nice. I might be playing a show with him later. You guys were talking about Brad's birthday bash there and Pandemonium and all that. Pandemonium. Yeah. I might be playing that show. We'll see.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Brad's birthday bash was fun last year. You weren't there. I was there. But
I recruited him. He's working the door for us at our show.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's running tickets because he knows what he's doing. I asked him.
Yeah, well, he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's got a lot going on. He's like a guitar, like he builds guitars, and
repairs stuff. Does it? He does his Pandemonium stuff. Plays in a band. Plays in another band.
Yeah.
Drives from Cornwall all over Hell's Half Acre. There.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
I was gonna get into so. If there were other than the bands that you mentioned, is there some other influence that do you like another genre that might be off the cuff that we wouldn't think that you'd like?
Ooh, that's my question.
Jack listens to the weirdest. Jack listens to the weirdest, most random stuff. I love world music right now. I'm big on world music and death metal right now. World music and death metal, and but Jack listens to the weirdest, European.
What do you listen? What do you listen to, Jack?
I don't know, a lot of stuff, I guess, but I don't know. I think Sean's referring to some of the. I got really into. I don't know if you've seen on YouTube the live at KEXP sessions. No. It's a live session thing that people do in Seattle, and they have on a ton of really random bands, and one in particular, Daka Braka. They're a Ukrainian 4-piece. It's 3 women who sing. One of them plays like a bass drum with a big mallet. Another plays the accordion, and another plays like a cello. And then there's a guy that also does vocals, and it's I have no idea how to explain this kind of music, but it's almost like nature ambience with it turns into like rap and stuff, like really, really unique stuff, but it's all on acoustic instruments. Like accordions are holding the melody underneath just literally a kick drum, and then crazy harmonies and stuff.
What's the band called?
Daka Braka. DHAKABRAHKA.
I didn't even spell it close to correct. I was writing it down.
Nobody does.
Phonetically?
Nobody does.
Well, they're not a small band. They have I was just reading, they have 8 million streams of one of their songs. So and it's funny, I didn't know that. I just followed both, but that's great.
So they're from the Ukraine?
No,
Ukraine.
Are they Ukrainian?
Yeah, so I wonder if our friend Yo-Yo knows them.
She might, yeah.
Not to ask her.
Yeah, she's Yuki.
She's a Yuki.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing, but
that's what she uses on one of her tags.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yuki.
Good. I didn't bash it.
Saunders.
Who?
Them.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
What about them?
I don't know.
Oh fuck. Okay. Which song from your current from the album is your personal favorite and why?
It's tough. That's tough.
The upcoming album.
I think the song dropping tonight will be, universally probably everybody's favorite. For the public. Hysteria is dropping tonight. I think that's a special song for sure, and it's one of the first we started writing for the album way back when. My personal favorite to play got to be The Flare or Dusk, the closing track. I'm having a lot of fun with that right now.
Nice. Jack?
The Flare is definitely one of my favorites. Drip Maroon is maybe my favorite. I do a lot of fun, slappy stuff on bass for that song, and some aggressive yelling, which is my bread and butter.
Yeah, slappy bass,
it's tough.
Angry
each
stuff.
Each song has like something about it that's just like so sick. Not to sound like I'm great, but I'm pretty happy and proud of the album.
Do it.
You're good here.
What are your guys? What are your guys' favorites?
I agree with Jack. I like Drip Maroon. It's just like, what a cool name for a song.
Flare. I like Flare for me. That. I like that one. I like the way it ends, like the ending of the album. Yeah,
I love. There's parts. I don't know if you guys picked up on it. They're kind of subtle, but there's like, lyrics that reference other songs. There's parts that are like a reprise or a foreshadowing of a later song, or I do a couple of drum parts. There's like sneaky little stuff in there. It's for the analytical people.
Sean, you give us too much credit, man.
Yeah, man.
We're not that smart.
We just like the music, man.
Wait, that's not me.
What I like the name Primordial Rule, like, is that just like a ode to metal? Like, I mean, that's a metal album. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
That's the overarching theme of the album. The general gist of this whole story I wrote is a story about two brothers in a mythical olden time or future time, wherever the hell. And they live in this village, and there's a looming entity in the forest that wants revenge against the humans who have, messed with his nature and started building stuff and cutting down the trees. So the primordial rule aspect is the idea that it's as old as time, that nature is the true ruler of the world, and you can't mess with it too much, being a greedy little human.
Before it starts to push back, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound like something
pushes
we're
back in this
dealing
story
with right now?
A little bit.
Yeah. No, listen, how much Dungeons and Dragons was happening when you guys lived together? Like, that's
I was very nerdy guys, The Witcher, Lord of the Rings.
No. It doesn't make you nerdy. It's interesting.
It's a good thing. But yeah, lots of Witcher, lots of Lord of the Rings.
You ruined it for me. That was my next question. That was my next question.
That's good.
I was going to ask if you guys are fans of the fantasy genre, because just the music is just like, I could read Lord of the Rings again listening to that music.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You'd have to listen to it a few times, but yeah. Because it does take it's a bit of a read. I had a roommate who was very back in the day, like, he's he's still one of my best friends, but he's like a very methodical thinker, and if he was a musician, I think he would have been a drummer, but you just never know. But he would sit down casually and read Lord of the Rings, like front to back, and the book is like that thick, right? Like the original book.
Thick boys. They're thick boys.
Yeah, it's thick. But the thing is like, I always found it interesting because he would say, like, I love listening to metal music, and like, we were baked obviously at the time, and he would be like,
obviously,
he was like, I love metal music and reading Lord of the Rings. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go like because when I was stoned, I was the guy that cleaned, or I went for a run, or I wanted to be doing something. He says, I gotta go. I gotta go in the garage. I gotta go do something else. So he just chill out and read Lord of the Rings. It was a little off topic. Sorry, guys, but
they
That's right
brought
on.
us
Lord of
into
the
what we're
Rings is
talking about.
pretty
Lord of the
on
Rings,
brand for us.
Yeah.
There you go. See,
I've got Lord of the Rings tattoo, and Jack and I grew up on that hard.
Makes sense.
Yeah, one of our songs on that first album, the first Nessie album, "The Trees," is a complete ripoff of. I was watching the Two Towers, and when the ants are ripping apart,
yes,
the trees are coming down. That's it's the whole song is just like basically Saruman getting ready to die is kind of the theme
getting
of
his
that
ass
song.
kicked.
Yeah.
Very cool, guys. Very cool. Yeah, that's just listening to it. It brought me right to that. So
makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's one for the album's one for the fantasy fans for sure.
Yeah, primordial.
Mystical.
As soon as you see the word like that, I was like, "Oh, this is a metal album for sure."
It's metal-esque.
Yeah, well, it's great. I love that shit.
So, guys, when you're, how do you feel about the social media? Are you guys like proficient enough like to do your own stuff, or are you going to hire somebody to do it for you?
I do all that, and I hate it, but it's a necessary thing. Trying to get in the algorithms, good graces on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram and all this stuff. So it's just like quantity, and just go. Every little thing I can think of, just post. One day it'd be nice to have somebody to do that for us, but we're pretty indie as it goes right now, and I don't hate doing it. It's fun making videos and drum playthroughs and all that. Just would like to see a steady growth.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like you have to do it organically, and then you have like an actual. It's tough though, because like I talk to Dog about this all the time, but I actually hate social media, like in the sense that I don't want to be
Jack's
on it all the time.
got off it completely. Yeah.
I can't exist in that realm, honestly.
Yeah, which is probably for the best, to be honest. If I didn't need it for certain jobs that I do, like I wouldn't really. I don't think I'd spend as much time on it for sure. But
like a certain podcast,
podcasts in my business, and
radio show,
and many other avenues.
When it doesn't make as much financial sense right now for us, a 5-person band, to tour the U.S. in a van, it doesn't make financial sense. So what's the alternative? You got to try and blow up on TikTok. It's just it is what it is. Yeah, and hopefully you get that that hit at some point, and the bump from views and everything, and we think the album's good. It might just take the right people to hear it, and then grow it from there. And we'll just keep working away on new stuff in the meantime, and keep going and going.
Jack, what do you do all of your free time when you're not on social media?
Well, I'm a busy guy as of late. I've been trying to get into firefighting, trying to make a little career change, and it's something that I've kind of always had some desire to do, but never pursued it. I spent my college years watching Lord of the Rings and playing music with these guys, so I'm trying to just get a something stable. And the other cool thing with firefighting is it does kind of allow a lot of not free time, but
you work 7 days a month.
And I just was applying for Oshawa, the city of Oshawa, and I found out that the screamer from Alexis on Fire is a full-time firefighter at that station. So it's
amazing.
I'm super interested in the job itself, but it's also, I'm like, wow, this could really work to still play music as much as I want to.
Yeah, and if you have a family too, it's good for that too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Jack is the man too, because we have all these, like me and Vince have worked on all these demos, and we're like, okay, Jack, we're ready for you. We'll meet in the middle. I'm from Deserano near Napanee, and it's like kind of a good middle point to meet Jack. So me and Vince went down there. Jack met us there at my parents' house, and we like set up in my dad's office, and we just Jack recorded like 8 songs in one day. It was sick. He's a beast. So it's like, and also like with all the online capabilities these days, it doesn't really matter. You could live in Australia, you know.
True story.
Be a little more difficult. But we'd still make it
makes
work.
sense. No, you're right. It's the good thing about this.
In the 90s, you couldn't do that.
No, you certainly couldn't.
No, you could not.
And that's a prelude to.
Hey, I like.
We're not at that question yet.
I liked your.
Stop it.
Oh, man.
I liked your analogy on your last episode about Ottawa having this little Seattle thing going on right now.
Yeah, that was actually I think you'd like that band too.
Dylan. He mentioned him. He referenced him earlier. So
yeah. I listened to Marble Ghosts. They're good. Very good.
And what kills me about that is that they've done 3 live shows, and I've seen 2 of the 3, and they're tight, and it's like 3 shows.
Yeah, but that might be what their appetite is, right?
Yeah, they're great, and Dylan's a good guy. And,
yeah, he was a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is a great guy.
Cool band.
It is very true, and I mean, obviously, maybe the Bradford scene too, slash Napanee. They had their good run there too. So, yeah, no, it's interesting how Ottawa
had one good run.
Yeah, you had a hell of a run.
Hell of a good run with Avril.
The 2000s were killer. The thing is I think that it's true because we're seeing so much talent even from abroad. Like from you guys would be part of it because if you came to the city, I mean that's sort of the deal, right? Like it's not like you're far away. It's just cool to see that it's getting recognized that way, and I thought that was such a great analogy. And you're right, Sean. I wish it was my idea actually. But,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Nope.
But it was.
I would like it to get there for sure. You know,
it'd be cool. I think it'd be very cool.
Getting there, but I think there's some good bands in this town. Good metal for sure, and I think
Have you
some
listened
of
to
them
Dog's
deserve
radio show on Wednesdays?
the Whitewater one.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh, he played you guys. He's the king of playing the local bands, man.
And I consider you guys to be local because you went to Algonquin.
That's right.
So it doesn't matter where you are
100%.
now. So
Graduates.
you guys are an Ottawa band.
I love the program so much I did it twice.
Yep, that's it. Whoa, wow.
Not by choice.
I'm also a graduate of Algonquin College, but not the cool music program.
You did radio?
No, actually. No, I was in the DSW program, Developmental Services.
Okay.
So I work with people with special needs.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, people told me to go do the radio program, but it's just like, too much competition.
I went to Humber. So
I think you're doing it all right so far.
Thanks.
What station are you on?
It's Whitewater Rocks Radio. It's an internet radio station. We do a show on Tuesdays, our 90s show, and then I do a show on Wednesdays, and it's basically everything Wednesdays. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. But it's all local stuff. Yeah. So like it's eclectic. I call it eclectic because I could play your guys' stuff and then go into somebody from the folk genre.
Yeah, Jack, he goes on and he reads The Lord of the Rings for 2 hours. So
I do.
You'd be crushing it, you know.
I'm tuning in.
I try to do the voices and stuff too.
It's whitewaterrocks.ca. Whitewaterrocks.ca on it's 7 to 9 for both nights.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, this will be on there too next week, 2 weeks or whatever.
Okay,
next week. Sorry.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so let's do it. I guess. Or is it too early?
A little too early. Got a couple more questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know what I want to do. I'm kidding. I'm joking. So.
You're a fucker. You're just a fucker.
I am, and it's my thing. It's my jam. Because we're talking about the scene in Ottawa. I mean, trying to get out to shows and stuff. But I've been out to a few, and what I'm noticing is that other bands that are not playing are at the shows, supporting the local. And I honestly feel that we've got enough talent that somebody's going to break through the ceiling here, and Ottawa's going to get known for having amazing talent.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we don't know the genre yet. There is a lot of metal in the city and the surrounding areas, and I think that's possible for sure.
Metal,
Because
there's punk, there's
you know, like even just Mikhail, and there's like, you know, there's guys that are good songwriters and like
Mikhail, Dallas, Christine,
yeah,
you know, like Rebecca. You know, it's like it goes on and on and on. And the more I listen to more stuff, the more I find other stuff.
Yeah.
Like you know, like these guys that are going to be opening for the boys. They're local. You know what I mean?
Plavius,
so it's like so I think we have it's just got to be one. One's got to break the ceiling, and then people go, "Hey, Ottawa's got talent."
Yeah. Have you ever heard Doug and Gus's podcast?
Yeah, you should listen to that.
Then we'll be fucking doing nothing but the podcast.
Maybe we're the one that break the. We break the ceiling.
We break it. Yeah, we're the ones.
Damn. You're gonna get tagged in like 15 TikToks next week. Don't worry.
Oh, sweet, nice. Yeah, I have to build that bad.
Fantastic. I love TikTok.
I saw
you actually do.
I need to scroll. I need to scroll way back down in your podcast. You had Jack Nunes back.
We did.
A while
way
ago.
early, like third or fourth episode.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I need to scroll down more because he was our professor at Algonquin, and he mastered this album.
Oh, did he?
And Mike Bond is also a professor at Algonquin, and he has the studio Wolf Lake out in Quebec, where we recorded the album, and also where we did our music video for Repercussion. We recorded it there at Mike Bond's studio. So there's music industry arts program all over this album. It's crazy.
Nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Jason was a great chat. We had a lot of fun talking to him.
Yeah, really relaxed and made us feel comfortable, and we felt very. It was an education, really.
Oh my god! But it was because it was so new to us, right? We weren't even 6 months into this. We're interviewing people that are just like blowing our minds.
6 months. I think it was like our third
or fourth show.
Sixth episode, but fourth that we aired. The first
the first two we got rid of because they weren't good enough.
Yeah, we couldn't get the sound properly. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
And now,
we've sort of sorted it out a little bit. But it's not about us really. It's like we love having guys like you on and talking about your story and your albums and we love that stuff. That's the part we want, and we need to know if it's the 80s or the 90s.
Jack.
At least they're thinking about it.
Jack's gonna say 80s.
No, I'd have to go to 90s probably, just because. No good reason really. I'm more familiar, I'd say. Like when I first started, just getting into music on my own merit, it was like Nirvana and Audio Slave or Soundgarden and kind of the grungy rock stuff is what won my soul over. But I mean, there's so much good music in the 80s too. But no, I'd have to say I'm born in 93, so I'm a 90s baby, 90s lover.
Yeah. Gun to the head, I'd have to say 90s, but like the 80s, Tears for Fears is one of my favorite bands. I love Tears for Fears so much. So like on them alone, I could pick the 80s, but 90s is, there's some Prime Slayer in the 90s and obviously Slipknot, Tool, just there's more of my favorites in the 90s for sure. So definitely 90s, I'd have to say.
Don't look at me like that.
Sorry, big
I know
guy.
you're both 90s. You're both 90s, aren't you?
Nope.
No, he's 80s. This is why we asked the question, just because I like to light him up.
Yeah. So from now on, the guests have to be 40 years old and plus.
Well,
that's just the way it's going to be.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah, and you suck.
But I was like, my primitive years were the 90s.
Your formative years.
Primitive.
Your primordial
years.
Nice.
There it is.
Yeah, it
wasn't even on purpose.
It's not a contest. We just do it for fun because I like a lot of stuff from the 90s as well. So
yeah, of course. I mean, you're on the show with me, so
I am the show, dude. You just show up.
Just because you got prime billing.
Yeah.
So May 10th. No. May April. Sorry. Apologies.
Why don't you ask them, because you're messing it up.
All right. When is the album coming out? And you guys are doing a live show and you're playing it all and you're releasing a single tonight, right?
Yes, Hysteria
drops
our fourth
tonight.
and final single drops at midnight tonight. It's
Sweet.
a good one.
And the album drops
the 26th of April, and it's the whole story. The whole album is called Primordial Rule. It's a long album, as you know. You've listened to it. We've split it into 2 parts, Dawn and Dusk, and they are both dropping on April 26th at the same time. And then the following night of April 27th, we are playing it in full at Live on Elgin in Ottawa. Doors open at 7 o'clock.
with
Clavius, our dear friends.
Clavius.
Very nice.
Yes.
I just want to say Cliff Clavius. Cliff Clavius.
They don't know what you're talking about.
Cheers. No, I'm too old.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Way too old, bro. Way too old.
I'm 96.
Although Lord of the Rings was written a long time ago. Anyway, well, gentlemen,
You would appreciate, like Jack mentioned, we have a song on the old album, The Trees. When we played it live, we would do, Jack would sing, the song Pippin sings in the third Lord of the Rings movie.
When the battle's going on?
Yeah.
Nice.
Jack would sing that, and then we'd go into the trees. We got a cool live video of just me and Jack doing it on our YouTube. You should check it out. It's very cool.
Oh, checking it out.
Oh, yeah.
For the old stuff.
Very cool.
But forget the old stuff. The new stuff is coming, and it's really good.
Yeah. We've already forgotten this album. It's done.
Everybody starts somewhere. You know?
Nobody go look up Nessie, all right?
I'm telling everybody.
Nah.
That's hilarious. Well, it's here now. We've already said it.
Yep.
Well, I've got like 2 boxes of CDs if you want them.
Yes, I do.
You can reimburse.
Yes, please.
Going into dusty old things.
Just dust one off. I'll come up to the show on the 27th. It's just down the street.
Sorry, you should go.
Oh, you living downtown, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in Barhaven.
Barbecue Haven.
Yeah.
Barhaven, nice.
What about the rest of the boys? Like, I know it seems like, are the rest of you guys in Ottawa, or is it just Jack that's out?
We're all in Ottawa. Jack's the only outlier.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Ottawa band.
Are you from there, Jack?
Yeah, I'm from Bradford. I lived in Scarborough for a while. When I first moved from Ottawa, I was in Scarborough, and I had a sweet ass studio that I miss very, very much. We called it the Acapulco Mirror. It was I had it with a buddy of mine who he's a drummer in an Ottawa band that was the Dead Seers. I don't know if you would have heard of them. They haven't been a band for 5 years now or so, but they were popping off in Ottawa, and then they moved to Toronto. And anyways, I was living with Kevin, and we were in this house that had a back section that used to be an indoor pool, and then the homeowners filled it in with concrete, and so it was still just this like nearly 1,000 square foot open floor with wood paneling and stuff, and we just made it into like an absolute music haven. And
yeah, be good.
Did that for 2 years, and we recorded some of the stuff for this album in there.
All the auxiliary percussion, and you probably heard the rain stick a few times. Played a lot of rain stick and auxiliary percussion shakers. We recorded that all there.
Cool.
The rain stick will be at the show
during COVID.
Sure.
Yeah, bring in the rain sticks.
Hell yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Have a great show next week, and look forward to hearing the new track being released. Although I've already heard it, but I want to hear it again.
Yeah.
No, I wish you guys nothing but success, and thanks for spending some time with us.
Awesome.
No
Thank
problem.
you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, guys.
It's awesome.